Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Speakology 2.0. I'm Ryan, and I'm here with Alex. Today, we have a very useful topic for you.
Hi, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about your first day at work. This is an important day for many people, and you need simple and clear English to feel confident.
Yes, your first day at work can be exciting, but it can also be a little stressful. You meet new people, learn new tasks, and try to make a good impression.
Let's start from the beginning. Imagine it is your first day at a new company. You arrive at the office in the morning.
When you enter the office, you may see a receptionist. You can say, "Good morning, my name is John Smith. Today is my first day." This is a polite and professional way to introduce yourself.
The receptionist might say, "Welcome to the company. Please have a seat." Then you can say, "Thank you." Simple and polite answers are very important on your first day.
After that, your manager or supervisor may come to meet you. A supervisor is the person who is responsible for your work.
When you meet your manager, you can say, "It's nice to meet you." Or you can say, "I'm happy to be here." These sentences show a positive attitude.
Your manager may say, "Let me show you around." This means they will take you around the office and show you different areas.
During the office tour, you might hear sentences like, "This is the meeting room," or "This is the kitchen area." It is good to listen carefully and smile.
You may also meet your coworkers. A coworker is someone who works in the same company as you.
When you meet a coworker, you can say, "Hi, I'm Alex. I just started today." That is a simple and friendly introduction.
Your coworker might say, "Welcome to the team." Then you can reply, "Thank you. I'm looking forward to working with you." This sentence sounds very professional.
Looking forward to means you feel excited about something in the future. It is a very useful expression at work.
Now let's talk about small talk. Small talk is light conversation about simple topics like the weather or your commute.
For example, someone might ask, "How was your commute?" Commute means your travel from home to work.
You can answer, "It was good, not too much traffic," or "It was a bit long, but I arrived on time." These are natural responses.
Being on time is very important on your first day. You can say, "I wanted to arrive early today." That shows responsibility.
After introductions, your manager may explain your tasks. They might say, "Let me explain your responsibilities." Responsibilities are the duties or tasks you must do.
You can listen carefully and take notes. Then you can say, "Thank you for the explanation," or "That sounds clear."
If you do not understand something, do not be afraid to ask questions. You can say, "Could you please explain that again?" That is polite and professional.
You can also say, "I'm not sure I understand. Could you give me an example?" Asking questions shows that you want to do your job well.
Sometimes your manager will give you instructions. For example, "Please send this email to the client." A client is a customer of the company.
If you want to confirm, you can say, "So I need to send this email before 3 p.m., right?" This helps avoid mistakes.
Right means correct. Confirming information is very important in the workplace.
Now, let's imagine a short conversation between a new employee and a manager.
"Alex, today I would like you to review these documents."
"Sure. When do you need them?"
"I need them by the end of the day."
"Okay, I will finish them before 5 p.m.
This kind of conversation is simple, clear, and direct.
Now let's talk about lunchtime. On your first day, you may not know where to eat.
Your coworker might say, "We usually have lunch at 12:30. Would you like to join us?" Join us means eat together with them.
You can answer, "Yes, I'd love to," or "Thank you, that would be great." These are friendly answers.
At lunch, you can have casual conversations. You can talk about your previous job.
For example, someone may ask, "Where did you work before?" You can answer, "I worked at a small marketing company." Keep your answers simple and clear.
They may also ask, "What was your role there?" Role means your job position.
You can say, I was a sales assistant, or I worked as a software developer. These are clear job descriptions.
It is good to stay positive about your previous job. Even if you had problems, you can say, I learned a lot from that experience.
Now, let's talk about using email on your first day. You may need to introduce yourself by email.
You can write, Hello everyone, my name is Alex. I just joined the company as a project coordinator. I'm excited to work with you.
That is short, professional, and friendly.
Sometimes you may feel nervous on your first day. That is completely normal.
You can say, I was a bit nervous this morning, or I feel more relaxed now. Talking about your feelings is okay.
Your coworkers might say, Don't worry, we are here to help. That is a supportive sentence.
If someone helps you, you can say, Thank you for your help, or I really appreciate it. Appreciate means you are thankful.
Before the day ends, your manager might ask, How was your first day? This is a common question.
You can answer, It was great. I learned a lot. Or, It was very informative. Informative means you received useful information.
You can also say, Thank you for the warm welcome. A warm welcome means people were friendly.
At the end of the day, you can say goodbye to your coworkers. You can say, See you tomorrow, or Have a nice evening.
That is the end of your first day at work. You survived, you learned, and you made new connections.
Remember, your first day is about learning and building relationships. You do not need to be perfect.
Use simple sentences, speak clearly, and be polite. That is the key to good communication at work. Let's start with meetings. On your first day, you may have a team meeting. A meeting is when people come together to discuss work.
When you enter the meeting room, you can say, Good afternoon, everyone. Then you can sit down and listen carefully.
Sometimes your manager will introduce you. They might say, This is Alex. He just joined our team. Then everyone may smile and say hello.
You can respond by saying, Nice to meet you all. I'm happy to join the team. This is short, polite, and professional.
During the meeting, people will talk about projects, deadlines, and tasks. A deadline is the time when something must be finished.
If you hear a lot of new information, it is a good idea to take notes. You can write down important dates and instructions.
If someone asks for your opinion, do not be afraid. You can say, I'm new, but I think this is a good idea. This shows confidence and honesty.
If you do not have anything to add, you can say, I agree with that, or that makes sense. These are useful phrases in meetings.
After the meeting, you might feel a little confused. That is normal on your first day.
You can go to your manager and say, I just want to confirm my tasks. Confirm means to make sure something is correct.
For example, you can say, So today I need to prepare the report and send the email to the client, correct? This helps avoid mistakes.
Now let's talk about making mistakes. On your first day, you may make small mistakes. That is completely normal.
Maybe you send an email with a small error, or maybe you misunderstand an instruction.
If that happens, you can say, I'm sorry for the mistake. I will fix it right away. This shows responsibility.
Taking responsibility is very important in the workplace. Do not blame others.
You can also say, Thank you for pointing that out. Pointing that out means someone showed you the mistake.
Mistakes are part of learning. You can say, I'm still learning, but I will improve. This is honest and positive.
Now let's talk about asking for help. On your first day, you cannot know everything.
If you need help, you can say, Could you please help me with this task? Or, I'm not sure how to do this.
You can also say, Can you show me how this system works? This is very common when you use new software.
When someone helps you, remember to say, Thank you for your time. That is very polite.
Let's imagine a short conversation between a new employee and a coworker.
Alex, do you need any help with the report?
Yes, actually. I'm not sure how to format this document.
No problem. I can show you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
This is a simple and natural workplace conversation.
Now let's talk about feedback. Feedback is when someone gives you comments about your work.
Your manager might say, You did a good job on this task. That is positive feedback.
You can respond, "Thank you. I'm glad to hear that." This shows appreciation.
Sometimes feedback can include suggestions. For example, your manager might say, "Next time, please send the report earlier."
You can answer, "Thank you for the feedback. I will keep that in mind." Keep that in mind means you will remember it.
Feedback helps you grow. It is not something to fear.
Now let's talk about building confidence. On your first day, you may feel unsure.
But as the day goes on, you will understand more. You will know names, tasks, and routines.
You can say to yourself, "I can do this." Positive thinking is important.
It also helps to prepare before work. You can review your notes at home and plan for the next day.
For example, you can say, "Tomorrow I will finish the presentation." Planning gives you direction.
Let's talk about workplace culture. Every company has its own culture. Culture means the way people behave and work together.
Some offices are very formal. People wear suits and speak very formally.
Other offices are more relaxed. People wear casual clothes and speak in a friendly way.
On your first day, it is good to observe. Watch how others speak and behave.
If everyone says good morning when they arrive, you should do the same. If people eat lunch together, you can join them.
Now, let's imagine it is the end of your first week, not just your first day.
Your manager might say, "How are you feeling so far?"
You can answer, "I'm feeling more comfortable now," or "I'm still learning, but I'm enjoying the work."
Enjoying the work is very important. If you enjoy your job, you feel more motivated.
Motivated means you feel excited and ready to work.
You can also ask your manager, "Is there anything I can improve?" This shows that you want to grow.
Your manager might say, "Just keep practicing and asking questions." That is good advice.
Now let's have a longer example conversation at the end of the first day.
Ryan, do you have a minute?
Of course, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you for helping me today. It was my first day and I learned a lot.
You're welcome. You did very well today.
I was a little nervous this morning, but now I feel much better.
That's normal. The first day is always a bit stressful.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
That's great. See you tomorrow morning.
See you. Have a nice evening.
This kind of simple and polite communication helps you build good relationships at work.
Remember, your first day is not about being perfect. It is about learning, listening, and making a good impression.
Use simple English. Speak clearly. Be polite and confident.
Over time, your English will improve and your confidence will grow.
Thank you for joining us on English Speakology 2.0.
We hope this conversation helps you feel ready and confident for your first day at work.
Keep practicing every day and do not be afraid to speak.
See you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.